Okay, we're recording. So we're so excited for you guys to be on tonight. And I know a lot of people are going to be watching the recording as well, but we are, as many of you know, we are going through a pandemic, right? And this is very devastating time for our world. And people need to remember to put that mask on. Like, I mean, okay, I'm not talking about what I talked with you, Katie, about earlier, like literally putting your mask on wherever you go, but putting on the mask of really taking care of the things that you can control, which is what goes in your mouth, which is how you move your body, which is how you fuel your brain with personal development, and you really can control the negativity, or like filter out the negativity and get plugged into a community that actually really cares for you. And I don't know what I would do, honestly, without the ladies on this team. And we have gotten a lot of questions about, like, how do we get plugged in? How do we get plugged into this tribe? How do we get plugged into fitness or nutrition? And so that's another reason why we decided to do a Q&A. Our team actually does these monthly, but we just really feel like a need to switch up the format of this a little bit more. So because we do want to provide information, but we also want to provide an opportunity for you to ask questions. So like I said before, at the end, we'll answer questions. And for those of you listening to the recording, just reach out to the person who sent you to this. So in the chat box, for those of you who are live, go ahead and just put like a little acronym of where, like what state you're listening from. Maybe it's a country, maybe it's the UK. We just launched in France, so I don't know if we have any Frenchies on the line, but mostly US, Canada, Puerto Rico, UK, France. That's kind of where the business opportunity is. So we got Minnesota, North Dakota, Kansas, North Dakota, Texas, Kansas. I'm in Minnesota, North Dakota area as well. Cool. Awesome. And that's what's so fun. People on our team are from all over the United States. We have recently like a surplus of Californians, which is pretty fun. Anyway, so I am going to share my screen, and if you ladies can tell me that you can actually see it, that would be perfect. Can you guys see this? Yeah? Okay. All right. So we are going to click present. All right. I might need to let my dog in because he's whining at the door. So hold on just a second. There we go. All right. So yes, this is a happy hour. Actually, we're not going to be an hour. We are going to try to make this, 30, 40 minutes. But here we go. So this is really an intro to coaching, to see, like, is this something that you want to consider? And there are no strings attached. So if you listen to this and you're like, not really the right time for me, that is a-okay. It's not for everybody, but we know that this is probably a really good time for some of you. So here is what we are not. Okay, let's focus on this for a second. First and foremost, we share. We don't want to be the icky cold market messaging that I feel like a lot of us have gotten before, like on Facebook or Instagram. We share what's working for us, and you're going to hear some testimonials tonight from a couple of ladies who are going to be sharing their physical, mental, spiritual transformations, and that's really what this is about. And it's kind of like you have that favorite lipstick or that favorite necklace, and you just can't wait to tell your girlfriend about it, right? It's the same thing. So it's like, but we are focusing on, hey, this nutritional program really does help with weight loss, or this collagen, like my skin has never been better. Like we get to recommend those things. So that's what's so cool about this. And we teach you how to do that. So you don't have, if you're thinking like, I don't know how to share, we got you covered. Okay. We are not experts. Okay. I know from a lot of us on this call, we are not experts. We are not nutritionalists. We maybe even don't even have a certification. Some people are personal trainers, however, And you can get certified with our nutritional programs, kind of like going to nutrition school. So it gives you that slight edge. But I don't want you to feel like you have to be certified to do this. We are not salespeople. We do sell products, but we don't think of ourselves as like leading with sales. We lead with our heart. We lead with giving people a solution. And it starts with us first. So we don't need to know everything. I don't know if there are any perfectionists on the line, but I know that we do have perfectionists on our team, and they've learned, you know what, I just can trust the process. I can trust my coach. I can trust my team. I can do these things, and I'm just going to make progress. And you get to get into that flow of how to help other people. So we got to cover there. Yeah, we don't need a degree. Like I said before, we don't need a certification. And guess what, you guys? You do not need to have a perfect body, okay? There are plus size coaches that are absolutely killing it in this industry because they're being vulnerable with the ups and downs. That's inspiring, right? You do not, like, all sizes, all shapes, all ages. You guys, my cleaning lady did the 21-day fix, and she's a lover of Shakeology, and she's 82. So like, this is for anybody. So you do not have to have like a goal weight. In fact, I feel like everyone and their dog is talking about how to keep, to have sustainable results and to live a life that is full. There are no like diets, this is a lifestyle. That's really what this is. Okay. All right. So our team goal here is to help people live their best life, to provide inspiration, accountability, and resources. I am guessing that whoever sent you to this call, or whoever your coach that you signed up with, you were inspired by something that they were sharing on social media, and a lot of people are like, I don't know how to share, or I'm a little concerned about that. Guess what? We were all too. Katie's going to talk more about that a little bit later, but it's really about being yourself. You don't have to lead with Beachbody. In fact, nothing on anything says I'm a Beachbody coach. I'm a health and fitness influencer. And I share resources and I provide accountability. And I'm doing everything that I want my clients to do as well. So our team goal is also to be your virtual and real life BFF. Okay. I always tell my coaches when they sign up with me, look, friends first, business mentors second. And our team is packed with just amazing people, and I call my best friends. And I'm so grateful for that. I was that girl that I never really had my crew. I was always kind of the shy girl and just never really fit in. And I finally feel like once I hit 30, and by the way, I've been a coach for 9 years now. I found my tribe. Like, I found positive people that have my back. That's what this team's about. And I love that. And we get to chase big goals together. We get to dream big together. We get to cheer each other on. This is not about competition at all. We share resources. We are definitely a big community. We also help people all over, meaning now the world, to embrace their life and to feel confident and empowered every single day. And I'm excited for you to hear from a couple of testimonials today about how that's happened. But I guess before I tag team Martys here, I also wanted to let you know that I used to be addicted to sugar. I would have 4 to 6 Diet Cokes a day. That's not even sharing like all the lemon drops and gummy bears and all the stashes that I had in my 3rd grade classroom. I taught for 8 years. And I remember feeling so embarrassed in college when I showed up to the dentist and they told me I had 7 cavities all in one sitting. I was mortified, but I knew that my bad habit needed to change. I hit rock bottom with my self-esteem. And then that was even like before kids. Then I had kids, and I was at that point of like, after I had my girls, and I did eventually resign from my teaching job to stay at home with them, I hit rock bottom mentally, physically, all the things. They're 11 months apart. I don't know if you guys have kids that close, but you're pregnant for a long time. like all of it. Like I felt like I was pregnant for 2 years. And so I remember looking at my mirror, and I was in a tiny little apartment at the time. And I look, listen, I loved being at home, but I felt like something was stripped of me because I loved teaching and I loved the purpose that the kids provided me. And I felt like I was a good teacher and I loved people. And I felt like, is this what's going to be my life? Like just wiping butts and barely what is this, you know? And then I remember looking at the side, like my profile, and I did not even recognize that girl. That was the moment. And my sister-in-law, I mean, I don't think she's on the call. Lord bless her. She actually did something happen, you guys, in me. I was 31. Something happened where I was complaining about my weight and I felt miserable. And she's like, "Oh, but you look good for just having 2 kids." And that was it. I'm like, oh no, they are going to be my reason why I get healthier. They're not going to be my excuse. I'm going to show up for those girls, and I need to learn how to cook. And so Beachbody, within 3 months of time, I learned how to cook for the first time in my life. And I've learned that I could actually get a workout at home. In 3 months, I lost close to 30 pounds, and my marriage was better. My life was better. My friends were like, "What are you doing?" And that's when I started to be like, maybe I could do this, because I was just in it for the discount. So in a nutshell, that's kind of where I am. And here I am 9 years later, absolutely loving it. So Martys, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, thanks, Heather. I am Martys, and I am going to share with you a little bit about what a day in the life of a coach looks like. But before I hop right into that, I'm going to rewind about 7 years ago. And I was just graduating grad school. I was moving states to move in with my fiance. I was looking for a full-time job as an occupational therapist. I was trying to pass my boards to be an OT. I was trying to plan a wedding, and I was navigating various doctor's appointments because I didn't know which way was up, and my anxiety was through the roof, and I was having just a million digestive issues. And I know Katie and I really can connect on this one, but I would describe it to people as if someone had crushed up a glass and shoved it down my esophagus, and that's how I felt every day. And I knew something had to give, but I didn't know what it was. And I had seen a friend post on Facebook about just being healthy, and I reached out to her, and she's like, "Okay, here's what you got to do." And I said, "Okay." And I was kind of half in, half out. But once I started drinking my shakes and working out every day and drinking more water, it was night and day difference. And it was like I was hit with a ton of bricks. I knew that, wow, there is a better life than this. I can feel better. I can think better. I can be a happier person. And I need to share this with other people. And so, similar to Heather, I was just like, okay, let's go. This is it. And it was really, really cool because what I had was a solution that was going to take me through the rest of my life. Because I was always that girl that's like, I'm not drinking my food. I am not taking supplements. I'm not doing all that. I'm going to eat real food, whatever. And the cool thing is that the shake I drink every single day and have drank every single day for the last 7 years is full of real food. And that's, it's awesome. So that ties into the first part of a day in the life of the coach, which is self-love. Like, we have to absolutely be able to love ourselves and take care of ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually to be the best we can for everyone else that's in our lives. And so once we're able to do that, then we share that, and we share it on social media. We share it with people who ask, "Oh my gosh, I've noticed a big change in you," or "Have you lost weight?" or "You look fabulous." These people want to know, what are you doing? Because they want that too, and they should want that. It's just an amazing feeling that we get to share. And we share it through stories on our phones that we've got with us all day. We can share it at work and we can share it with the neighbors and everyone else, but we have a solution that can help everyone on this planet, and why not share that? So then, as we are sharing that with others, we have others hop on board. So we teach them how to get the results that we've gotten, and we teach them how to then care for themselves and share that love and invite others too. So it's just that compound effect. Okay, so you have to have a journey and you have to find growth first, because how can you share something with other people that you haven't done yet, right? And like Heather said, you don't have to be at the end, and people don't always want to see people at the end. They want to see people struggling and people who just gave in and ate 3 donuts and feel like crap, and tomorrow they're going to have a better day. And we are all on this journey every day. We learn every day, and that's the best part about lifting each other up as we're able to share. Yeah, they don't want to see perfect, because that's not relatable. That's not, it's not real life at all. None of us are perfect, but we're trying to do better as we go along. So we have our journey, we're sharing that with others, and then we spread that word and we help others get started and have a journey of their own. Because I think the other coaches on the call can agree, when we see others succeed, it is like the bright spot in our day. We're like, we felt that way too, and we love seeing that. And that's why we get up every morning and do what we do, is because we love seeing that success, and we love watching other people feel empowered and feel energetic and feel better in their own skin every day. Okay, so some of you may be asking, how do we know how to share? How do we know what to do? And thankfully, we have a concise checklist that breaks it down minute by minute for what we recommend that people do each day as a coach. And it's super simple, and it's all laid out here for us. So we call it the business activity tracker. And like we said, first and foremost, self-love. So we work out, we drink our shakes, we take care of ourselves first, and then we connect with other people. And it breaks it down really nicely. You could spend 20 minutes connecting with others, 10 minutes showing people what you're doing, share through your story throughout the day. And then we are going to get other people results just like we do. And last then is our personal development. And this is a huge part in seeing our success. So not only do we take care of ourselves physically, but we fuel our brains with positivity and learning. And that is something that never stops. And we do that every single day. And I was sharing this with Heather yesterday, but this compounds to every area of your life. When you fill your brain with these things that empower you to know more, do more, be better, it makes you a better spouse, a better mom, a better boss, a better employee. I work full-time in the corporate world with a long commute, and since I have started doing personal development every day for about the last 4 years, I have gotten 4 promotions and doubled my income in the corporate world. So I am not in this to necessarily quit my corporate job, but I love both pieces of what I do, and they both affect each other. Okay, and I will pass it over to Katie to share a little bit more.
Hi guys, Katie Patterson Ingalls, and I have been coaching now for 5 years in June. It blows my mind. I can't believe how fast it's gone. So what we want to cover here with this part is, how are you sharing your journey, and a little bit about social media. And first of all, I want to tell you about myself. So I am a career woman. I'm a communications director for our state water agency, and my husband and I farm, and we have cattle, and I have 2 little people. One was a preemie. He weighed 1 pound 7 ounces when he was born. And I also help lead worship here. So at church. And I suffered horribly from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So Martys had mentioned that we had digestion issues. And so, yes, I had a white blood cell count of a 2, and I was in the hospital for a week, and then seeing a GI specialist for 6 months, trying to figure out how to just not be miserable every single day. And so, this has been the biggest blessing ever because I feel better than I ever have. And there was a point though that, when you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired and something has to change and you have to stop the yo-yo diets, you have to stop buying all those fads, you have to, I would look in my cabinet and see all the money that I spent that I didn't have on things that were not working. So I'm just so thankful for a true solution that's truly a lifestyle. Because if it wasn't doable, I still wouldn't be here. And so that's the key, right? So that's a little bit about me. So when it comes to social media and sharing, I'm going to tell you that I was not such a fan of social media, to be truthful. I did not have a lot of friends. I didn't have an Instagram account at the time that I started it all. And I didn't want to be that salesy, icky feeling lady. We all know that. We've all known them. We've seen them. We're like, oh geez, don't message me because they're just wanting to sell me something, right? Like we know that. And then I soon discovered how awesome social media can be when you use it the right way, and that you're just sharing your journey. And so what you can see right here, these are just a few examples. There's Heather's account, there's mine, there's Martys's, and nowhere do you see us screaming Beachbody at all. You're not going to see that anywhere on here. You're going to see, take a little brief glance at each one of our pages and see the things that we love and enjoy, and a little bit about us just in a little snippet. And so, and it's not about connecting only about these products. And yes, we want to share because it's changed our lives. But so if it wasn't for social media, I never would have met Heather. I had seen her sharing about her sugar addiction, addicted to sugar right here. And so I was like, who is this beautiful gal? And so I just would watch her a little bit, creep on her a little bit, but she saw me from singing in church here. And so she had grew up in the Methodist church, and she sang, and that's how we first connected. So it's about sharing your lives and the things that you love, and that's how you connect with people, first of all. And so our first connection had nothing to do with Beachbody. So as you said, or as I said, we want you to be you, and we teach you how to build your own brand and to share your story so people can see who you are, because when they see who you are, then there's that know, like, and that trust. And the thing is, they don't want just products. They want to know, they want you. That's what makes all of this so exciting, is that you don't have to be experts in anything, as we talked about. They just want to know that you are there with them. You've been through all of these things and the ups and downs. And whenever you join our team, I just want you to know that we never leave you to the wolves. So do you want to go to the next? Yeah. Okay. So what do we provide? You guys, we are part of the top team in this business. And so we have the best leaders, and we are able to we have weekly team calls. We have calls with our coaches right now, getting ready to start on Monday. We have our coach mentorships. So every month we have a new mentorship program. And so that's getting ready to start, which is why we're here. There's so much training. You are always learning. I'm always learning. Heather, 9 years in, she's still always learning, and we learn together. And I love about this isn't rocket science, thank God, or I wouldn't be here. So but it's just, it's doable, and it's just doing the things and being consistent and showing up so people can see and trust you. And so we have the best trainings, and we get to be on weekly calls if you want to with our top leaders as well. And so that's what's fun. That you're always taken care of here, and you never just have to guess and figure it out. And that was important to me too. So I'm going to throw it back to Heather.
Hey,
How do we make some money here? Because I
yeah,
mean,
this is like, this is like so taboo, like the whole money con thing. So I'm just going to keep it really brief here, because we go in a lot about this with one-on-one mentorship, on training calls. It really just depends on what you want, really out of this business. So we take a peek at, okay, are you just wanting to pay off your products and use the products and be in our groups and get results and invite a few buddies to join you? Maybe that's what you want to do. Or maybe you want to, collect some extra income to take trips eventually when we can. Maybe you want to quit your full-time job. There are people doing that, absolutely have done it, are doing it. So we match your actions to your goals. So I just wanted to say that. And this is not a get rich quick thing. In fact, I always tell people who sign up, hey, if you're looking for like get rich quick thing, this is not it. But you will, with consistency with those business building activities that Martys showed you, you absolutely will be reaping the benefits financially, but it's through that consistency and really being serving to other people and building a team. So we make 20 to 40% commission on the things that we offer people. So collagen, Energize. I don't know if you've seen like Go-Go Juice, or maybe how many of you use Energize? Just for the raise of hands. Yeah, that's like everyone's favorite, I feel. That's what gets me up in the morning. I slam that baby after, my Devo, and I'm ready to rock and roll in the morning. But with this Energize or Hydrate, we have an amazing athletic performance line. We have Beachbody On Demand. You guys, the sales have been through the roof. People are needing this, and people are going to continue to need really solid products and quality products. And so that's a commission that we make off of those things, and the bundles. We also get team cycle bonuses, which are the bulk of your income. I know, gosh, so I've been a coach for 9 years. I believe that, the first couple of years of my business, it was really about the things that I was selling, offering people. And then once I started to build a team and really believe in the business and really believe that I can lead others and show them how to help others, and then show them how to help others to help others, that's really what it is. Then my paycheck started to absolutely take off because of what the team was doing together. So we build our dreams together. That's why network marketing, why you see so many even like six-figure earners, millionaires that you probably know or heard or seen on social media. It's a real deal. People are doing that, but it's not phony. It's not a pyramid scheme. In fact, those are illegal. We also have matching bonuses. So I love how Beachbody is put together, because they compensate you when you lead others and you help them with their goals. So if someone signs up with you, you get them plugged into the same system that you get plugged into, and the same trainings. And it's just like a beautiful process because it works. And so if you help your personally sponsored coaches succeed, you get a little kickback from that. I think it's like a 5 to 10% earnings from that weekly. You also have quarterly bonuses, and they are ridiculously mind-blowing as you grow your team. So in a nutshell, that's how we make money. And my husband is a financial advisor. So every single year we always do a training on how to track like with taxes and all that. So you're in good hands. You're in good hands. Yeah. Okay. So, so how much does it cost to get signed up? So most people sign up with what's called a challenge pack. And how many of you already have, like, you've already purchased the challenge pack before? Like, it comes with BOD plus supplements, or a nutritional program and supplements. Okay, most of us, and a lot of people get started as a challenger first. So they get into our challenge groups where you have daily accountabilities, weekly check-ins. There are Facebook groups for this, and there are recently like a bod group where it's from your phone and we're off of social media. So we get you results. And then, so talk to your coach if you haven't had a challenge pack. They're actually this month, so I'm recording this in May, they're $140. That's it to get started. So that's absolutely, you guys, back when P90X came out, P90X3, that program alone was $120 with a DVD set. Okay. So $140 with access to all the workouts on Beachbody On Demand, nutritional programs galore, and supplements for a month. That's ridiculous. That's amazing. But anyway, they're normally about 160, which is still an amazing discount. If you are part of the military or married to someone in the military, or you're a veteran, like you're $15.95 per month, which is charged after the first month that you sign up, that is completely waived. Or if you're a North Dakota resident, so that is pretty awesome. But if you were just to sign up without any of the supplements or the fitness programs or anything, you would be prompted to pay $39.95. I think it's 30 or 30, maybe it's just 39. We can round up to 40, okay, about $40 to get your own coach account, but that doesn't give you any products. So it is actually waived when you buy a bundle together. So it's the best way to go to get that 39 fee just completely waived. And you don't have to stock products. The customer service takes care of everything for us, which is absolutely amazing. I grew up with a dad who did Shackley, and he had all of his products stocked in the basement. I can see it to this day. And he didn't really get all, through his products. And then he was like, what do I do with all this product in my house? So you don't have to do any of that. The next slide. Okay, I just love this. So if you're willing to put in the work daily, oops, we're going to trips already. Who cares about that other slide? We want vacay. Okay, if you're willing to put in the work daily and set big goals, there's absolutely nothing that you can't do. And mindset is everything. We focus on, that's why personal development is on our to-do. Like I was traveling here to my lake place, which by the way, thank you Beachbody. Took me 5 years to have a place to quarantine. So grateful for that, and to build memories as a family. I signed up for the discount, just so you know. And I'm like, no, there's no way that I'm doing this. But anyway, as I was driving out here, I was listening to The Power of Vulnerability by Brene Brown. Absolutely love her. I don't know if you guys have listened to that book. It is amazing. It talks about shame and guilt and vulnerability. Anyway, so that like fuels me because I'm learning, and then I get to pass that knowledge to my kids. But you can set big goals. You just have to be patient with the progress or the process to get there. So, and belief, it really does come down to belief. That is huge, that mindset piece. Okay, let's talk about trips and vacays. So we have so many. I was looking through our collection. I'm like, I have so many pictures since 2011. And so I'm like, I'm just going to limit how many photos I have here, but we have taken so many awesome trips together. I know Katie, she saw the ocean for the very first time when we went to California for a conference. You have that same opportunity. And so you can earn trips. So how cool is this? As you help other people, we have this rewards and recognition program called Success Club. So as you help others get started on the journey too, or with you, a little bit of both, then they do pay off a trip. You can bring your spouse, you can bring a friend, you can bring your whole family. It is just team building time. And we are going to have a Team Fire Starters retreat. So that's pretty awesome too. So anyway, if that fuels you, we have that available. Okay, let's get into some testimonials. Now, I just kind of put down here like, okay, for those of you sharing, so Janae, Jess, and Ren, you can keep this, super sweet and simple if you want it. But I just gave you a little bit of outline if you wanted to talk about like a fear that you had coming into this, how you overcame it, and maybe like share a blessing of this business or this tribe or this, whatever you want to share there. Don't be shy to share weight loss success story as well. And then just any advice maybe that you have for some new ladies that are joining in. I don't think we have any guys, but we might. So Janae, do you want to go ahead and share first?
Sure. Do you want me to give a little history, like brief thing about me too?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm Janae, and I live in rural North Dakota up by Canada. And I have been a typical yo-yo dieter. I lose weight very, very slowly. I gain very, very quickly. I'm a stress eater. Nothing has seemed to work. I got married, had my daughter, gained probably the most weight I've ever had in my life. 6 months after she was born, she needed her first major surgery. They found a softball-sized tumor in her stomach, and so we had that removed. Thankfully, no chemo, but of course, I ate all of my emotions, gained all my pregnancy weight back, and probably then some. And then a month after that, we found another tumor that had to be removed. So she, within the first 8 months of her life, had 2 big surgeries. So everything is good now. She just turned 2, but so since then, it's just been rough. I mean, having a child, of course, is rough on your marriage. It's rough on everything. So I just gained weight. I was a gym membership donator. I never actually went. I just donated. Never thought I could work out in my home. So I just kind of brushed off all things Beachbody. In fact, I used to do the DVDs, but just couldn't get in with it. And then I just kept seeing people post, especially Martys, because Martys and I went to OT school together, and so I knew her through there and just kept seeing her posts. And I mean, I think I reached out to you a few times, Martys, and just never like took the plunge. And finally last July, I said, okay, enough, like I need to do something. And so I signed up to do Morning Meltdown 100. Loved that program. Had some pretty good results, but my nutrition is still in progress, so it's still for me. That's still on. And my biggest fear is when I actually signed up to be a coach was that, well, this whole thing is just saturated. Like, nobody's going to want to join me. Everybody hear me okay? My audio just went out.
It's really choppy now.
Out. No.
I mean, we hear you now.
Okay, can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
let me know if you can't, because
Okay.
I don't know why it says it's not working.
Okay.
Okay.
We hear you better.
My biggest fear was just that it's saturated. Nobody's going to want to join me. Everybody I pretty much knew was already doing something with Beachbody. But I didn't try not to think of it that way, because it's not like this is something you just try to sell. You need it for yourself. And that was my biggest thing. It's like, I just need some accountability. I need to do this for me. If I can make money, great. Like, I would love to have this as a good, steady side income. But my biggest thing was I need to try to change me, and then just share that. So, shoot. I don't know why. It was working fine.
It's okay. It goes in and out. It's fine. I think we definitely caught parts of that. I'm so glad that you talked about the saturation.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Any Zoom I've been on, it's not done this before, so that's weird.
That's okay.
Of course, now.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I'm glad you brought up the saturation piece, because I feel like we think that it's all saturated with a bunch of coaches. And I mean, it was like, what, 550,000 people in the world you guys are signed up as a coach. And not all of those people are like business builders, if that kind of gives you a little, like how small this is. So
yeah, definitely. But
so
it's gonna be so choppy, so I hate to make it be choppy.
No, it's not. But do you want to put it in the chat box, like just type maybe?
Yeah, I sure can, and then somebody else can talk for sure.
Okay. Thank you. So let's go with Ren. Oops. Trying to unmute you. There we go. Cool. Hi, Ren.
Hi. Okay, so my name is Ren Pacheco. I've been a coach for a couple of years, but I've been very on and off, back and forth. But I started my journey with Beachbody after I had my second. I suffered postpartum depression after him, and I really struggled and still do struggle with self-confidence, self-doubt, all those things. And so for me, being able, well, after Ross was born, January of 2017, my husband and I had already had the 21 Day Fix DVDs that we had purchased before I was even pregnant with him. And we never did them. We had them, but we never actually did them. My husband suggested, hey, let's do the DVDs. Because I had been walking and it was getting cold and I could never make a workout routine kind of stick. So he suggested that we do 21 Day Fix DVDs. And so we did those. We did one round of them. I felt amazing, felt strong, confident, just all the things that regular exercise gives you. And then I saw on Facebook something about the Beachbody On Demand. So we live in rural Kansas with sometimes really bad internet. So I tried it, did the free trial just to see if our internet would work. And I was sharing on social media because I already was there because I'm a photographer. So I had a social media account. So I had some following. And I was sharing, and a gal, not my coach Katie, but another gal reached out to me and asked me if I would be willing to be a coach. She thought I'd be a great fit. So I thought, sure, I'll try it. So I did that. And then anyway, she decided she didn't want to be a coach. So I didn't want to go to her upline because I didn't really love that team. So I found Katie and am here. So again, and I kind of backed off again and just back and forth a little bit, not because of the team, not because of the support that the team gives, just stuff that other businesses, other things that are going on in our life. Did never really find my groove. But I do know that my mental health, this exercise or pushing play every day, incorporating the personal development and all of and I don't drink Shakeology every day, but I do use Energize every day. I do use collagen every day. Those products help me get through my day, and help me. And as a friend of mine, we're talking it's just a piece of my puzzle that makes me a stronger person. So I want to share that. And I've shared pieces, no matter if I was coaching or not, or really on board with coaching, I always share about what I'm doing, because I've had people tell me that, because you shared about your postpartum process, I found support. I went to a therapist, even though I never talk about going to therapy. I've never actually been to a therapist, but they found comfort in knowing that they were not alone and they found something that worked, and that was their piece of the puzzle. So to me, this is my piece of the puzzle and it works for me. So it may work for you. So it's very important to me that I continue to share. And so that is the blessing. Now, I did really ramp up my coaching last January just to kind of fill in that the payment piece of it. So I had pretty big numbers for me for doing it as a side hustle, and I'm still getting paid for not doing anything for the last month. I have a pretty nice little sitting in my savings account that we're going to build a back porch off the back of our house with, because of things that I did a year ago, that I still kept showing up, and I still kept showing up for myself, but not really inviting because it wasn't fitting into where I was headed. But I'm still getting that residual pay. So there is so much growth, and I keep thinking and that's why I'm here tonight, and we'll be jumping on the new coach training, because I have been a coach for a while, but I want to reunite and restart things, because I feel like the effort, what I believe in this and what I know works for me, I can share with others, and then I can make just a little extra income just for extra slush play money, to maybe buy some plants to go on that deck. I don't know. But those are the things. And so my best advice for someone that's new, take it slow. It's not, like Heather said, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It can grow really fast, but you have to work at it. But if it doesn't feel right, take a step back, look at it, and come back in with what feels right. Because if it doesn't feel right, it's not going to work, and it's not going to come across as your true self. So I don't know. That's my testimony.
And I'm so glad you shared. And you guys, so just the other day, Ren, I was searching for a photo to put on one of my posts, and I saw a picture that I had saved of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And then within a year's time, like, Ren has had an awesome transformation. Like, she's, yeah, it's been huge.
And I don't, honestly, because I didn't start before for weight loss for me. It all started to help me manage my postpartum depression. And so I didn't weigh myself. I knew I was overweight. I mean, my face was much rounder than it is now. I know that I am physically stronger. My husband and I run cattle here in the Flint Hills, and 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I guess, I couldn't saddle my own horse, and I can saddle my own horse because I'm strong enough. We have a lot of wire gates that we go in and out. I can physically close those wire gates. I don't have to go the long way around because I can't open that gate or close that gate. And so the strength, not only mentally, but physically it's given me, it's unchanging. I mean, it's huge. Like I told Arturo, my husband, like, if I ever want to stop working out, just slap me around a little bit. Not that he would actually hit me, but like, say, no, you need to get in there. So he's my motivator, but I'm a self-motivator as well, but he helps me push. So
it's been fun to see Ren's transformation and how she's inspired so many others through all of this too. So let's see, Jess, are you still there, girl? We have one more testimony. I hope she's still here.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm here.
So Jess is probably our newest coach of the testimonies here. And so she has had a mind-blowing transformation. And so I want you to tell that part, Jess, and then how this has blessed you too. And you guys, we're all busy gals, right? Like, we all have so many things that we're doing. And it's doable. We can fit this into our schedules. That was one of my biggest things that I thought, there's no way I can fit this in. But I was to tell you that Jess is a vet. She owns her own practice. She has 4 babies. She's in the middle there. And they also run cattle as well. So you're talking to a lot of gals who have a lot of irons in the fire, and they are finding ways to make this work and change their lives for the better. So.
Hello, ladies. Okay, so I'll try to make it quick because I know we're coming up on our hour. Heather, you promised. Okay, so I started my journey, let's see, it would be September of 2019. I will say, for me, in my life, I have just a very apparent, the Holy Spirit like taps at me and just keeps bugging me when he wants me to do something. So I say my journey started in September, but things were definitely moving before then, because I love how Katie says it. I was definitely creeping on Katie for a while before that. But I can feel for Heather. So I have 2 girls that are 14 months apart. They're 10 and 9. And then I have 2 boys that are 13 months apart, and they are almost 2 and then 10 months. And so, yes, I'm a veterinarian, and then we run about 400 mama cows on our ranch as well. And so, you know, after I had Rip, I knew he was my last one. 4 was just kind of where we wanted to stop, and my body was just tired. So, you know, I kept following Katie, and I thought, okay, this gal has got her stuff together, and I'm really going to try to get mine together too. And so I said yes to the program, and I know I did this a month after my last baby, and I know I had a lot of weight to lose, so I'm sure some of it came off naturally, but I'm not going to discount myself. I worked my butt off, and I was seeing results really, really fast. And so through that process today, I'm 72 pounds down in a 9-10 month period and over 40 inches. And so I think the whole coaching thing came a little bit, I will say a little bit easier for me because it was such an apparent change physically that I had a lot of people asking me about it. Where it was hard for me, and I'll be just completely vulnerable about it, is my biggest fear was that people would think that it was out of vanity. And I just finally decided, you know what? This is not vain. This is me getting my life back for my kids, for my husband, for my clients, for my patients, to be able to keep up with all the animals that I take care of. And I just started sharing. And to this day, I'll get like my paycheck and I'll send Katie a message and say, like, what does this even mean? I really don't, I am newer and I really do not quite understand the business side of it yet. But I think my biggest piece of advice is I've just been myself. I've just 100% laid it out there on social media in my daily conversation. And people have just, there's more people that need help than we realize. And I think Katie says it best, like if I can help one person, it's worth it. It's worth the some of the negativity that comes along with it, you know, of people saying, oh, I've heard it all, believe me, Jess is posting her picture again, or here she goes again taking a selfie, or, you know, people need to see it. People need the positivity, especially now in this world. And so I'm just not going to quit. And it's been worth it. I will tell you this, I did things a little backwards. Johnny and I have been together 5 years now. We have our ranch, our businesses, we have 2 kiddos, and we are not married. We will be getting married on June 20th, come rain or shine or pandemic, we will be getting married because I've waited a while for this. But I can say today that my Beachbody coaching has paid for my wedding dress, 100%. So that's that.
That is awesome. You always give me chills, like every time you talk, like whether it's on Messenger or here. Seriously, that's awesome. And all of you, like I just love, story trumps everything. You know, it really does. So thank you for all of you sharing. And yeah. So I know that, I know I'm looking at the time, but I also, Martys, did you want to kind of tie the knot? I don't know. And what the phrase is here.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So Janae did get her last few pieces in there. So just her best advice too is be real and be you. And I think we all can relate to that. And her blessings have been, she's had more energy to be a better mom, a better wife, a better therapist. She works full-time, travels 2 hours a day. And I know one of her biggest successes is finding time for herself in that crazy day. And she has learned about a great morning routine and just being healthier overall. So we're very, very excited about all of that. Before we completely tie it up, does anyone have any pressing questions that they want to ask right now? I think I can see everyone on here. No? Okay. If you have some or you think of some later, make sure that you connect with the coach who sent you this call or invited you to this call. We are always happy to answer any questions that you have. But I wanted to wrap it up. Oh, you're muted. What did you say? You're muted, Heather.
But you guys can't like see what I'm saying? Okay. Brandy, did you have something to say? Or were you just moving your phone? Okay. Sorry, I was like that teacher calling the student volunteer. Okay, I will go back to meeting.
Okay. So I wanted to share one of my favorite quotes from the past year, but it just says, taking care of yourself is an essential part of taking care of others, because the healthier the tree, the better the fruit it can bear. And I just think that's so true for all of us in every aspect of our lives. And this coaching business exemplifies that to the fullest. So thank you guys all for being here. And again, reach out to the coach who brought you here tonight, and we will connect with you soon.
Yeah, June 1st. So Monday night, we have a kickoff call with our new coaches where we kind of just lay it all out. So that's at 8 Central Time. Oh, do you want to say hi to Freddie? My hubby. But yeah, so one of the last things was like, you know, now what? It's, you get a welcome email where you get plugged into talking about, like, filling out like an about me form. Basically is like, okay, what do you want out of this? And then we link you to the action steps. But yeah, the kickoff call, hope to see all of you on it on Monday, June 1st. And we'll go from there. So thank you all for hopping on. You guys have an awesome night. Bye.